Hi everyone, Lisa Soames-Peck from Spellbound Miniatures here, and today we're going to make the bedside table to go with the medieval single bed. We make this out of craft board and we'll be using the fine point blade and the blue or green mat depending on how new or sticky it is. We're going to go over to Design Space now so that you can see how to label the pieces if you haven't done that before, and then we'll come back to the bench and build it. Okay, so here we are in Design Space. We've imported and uploaded the bedside table file, and you'll see that there are some letters here. If you'd like to label your pieces, you can do so now. And what we'll do is we ungroup it first, and you can click on them individually over on the pieces, or you can come over to the layers panel and click on them and press select or shift on your keyboard and then select them, and that allows you to select the group, work your way down and select all the pieces. Make sure you haven't missed any. Keep pressing shift as well to keep them in a group. And then you'll come over here, change it to draw, and let's just see if there's any that we missed. You can see it says cut if you haven't changed them yet to draw. So check if there's any letters left that say cut. So that one says cut, so do those. We want to leave the shapes to be cut out. It's just the text at the moment that we're changing. And then come over to them and you'll see T1 is the top. There's 3 layers. This is craft board, that's why it's red. T2 is the detailed layer of the top. S is for the sides. There's plain sides and there's some more fancy sides if you'd like to do a detail overlay. These are the front plinths. SH is for shelf, and then BK is for the back. If you're going to cut it from a thicker material, you won't need as many layers as this. We want to hide the green square because we're not cutting that, and you can then want to click and sort of surround everything and attach. You could do the whole file, and what it would do is would cut everything exactly in the way it's placed on the canvas here. You might not want to do that. If you want maximum sort of material usage, you could click and attach everything individually, and what you're doing here is just securing the text onto the shape behind it. But you can do them in blocks too, it's up to you. When you click make it, we've missed one S there that we haven't attached. That's a good way to check. So let's go back. That one, you can see over here that S is attached to there. It might be it's one of the S's on the shelf down here. That S is attached, that S is attached. It's this one there. So we can shift and select that. And then click make it, and now they're all attached, and you can see there it's laid them out for you. It says pen, so it will come in and draw these first and then basic cut. So that's what we'll do, and then we'll go over now to the bench and you can see how we glue these together. So here we have the plain side and the detailed side, and I used 2 layers of craftboard of the plain and 1 layer of the detailed. You can change that out if you wish, or just do plain sides, and then we do that twice over and press them while they dry. We glue the 3 back layers together, and we take one of the plinths and glue it onto the back. This becomes the shelf support. We glue the 3 top layers together, and then we take T2, which is the slightly smaller detailed layer, and glue that onto the top, leaving a gap the same distance all the way round to give a beveled edge effect. Then take our back piece with the front plinth on, and we're going to glue it onto the inside of the side piece. So we put glue on the edge of the back and we slide it up to the side piece. We do the same on the other side, making sure the corners are square, and we leave that to dry. You can see the 1 front plinth here still glued onto the back piece. We take the other 3 front plinths, glue them together and press them, and then we'll glue those into the front level with the bottom. This is the front shelf support. We glue the 3 shelf layers together, and then we place them onto the back and front plinths and glue them down. We then glue the top on and press it while it dries, and that is it built very simply. I used the wood stain, the same for the bed, which is a walnut colour wood stain, and then a matte varnish to seal it. You could also use this as an occasional table in any medieval Gothic setting. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you soon.